today. It's the National Football League. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 55 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And the Bills hit 2 and 3 here to begin the new season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Clark. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Clark throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Set, ready, black, 95. Check 59, right?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 catches, 114 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
He'll get this up to about the 44. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Ritter down. He finds his man, complete. That's Simon. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Smith. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Ritter from the gun. Got a man open. It's Ross. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this game's going to be won on the outside.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Yellow, 43.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's Ritter. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Smith up the middle. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Ritter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
On now the Miami field goal unit from 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Clark. And that'll be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Clark. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Smith. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They'll run it again with Smith. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Complete to Kelly. Made at the Bills' 43. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, Ritter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Clark. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Clark now on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Clark to throw on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Ready?
Check, check. No. I hope you brought your refs because I'm about to take you to school. Mike, check.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ritter back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. The Patriots trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Jordan Addison, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game all square as they take on the visiting Cowboys. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. It will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Back to throw, Ritter. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Back to throw. Clark into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Clark throwing on first down. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Clark looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clark. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. They're going the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw. Clark. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Ritter to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Kelly. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Ritter with it after the play fake. He finds his man, complete. It's Simon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. He finds his man. Complete. That's Simon. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
The offense on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, here's Ritter. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake. Clark. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Okay, ready?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. Off play action. Clark. That's complete. Bernard. Shy of the 10.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Clark. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll set up a throw. And Walker has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Green to bring it back. Green to bring it back.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Then you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Ritter to throw on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Buffalo, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.